Satan, you're a liar, and so are your minions. Satan, you are a liar, your minions are liars, and I don't want to deal with you again. I don't want any demonic agents in my life. Anyone who comes in your life and they're a part of your life, and they are provoking you, they have an inability to celebrate your happiness. You know, just a smile on your face makes them go into some type of spiral. They want to make you feel bad about yourself every chance they can. That is a demonic minion, okay? That is a demonic agent. They have a badge that you can't see, and it says Kingdom of the Devil on it. And I don't want to be connected to people like that. I really don't. I love life. Life is beautiful. Life is so precious and fun and beautiful, and it's wonderful, and I would like to keep it that way. And the best way to do that is to break the bonds between you and people who secretly don't like you the way you think they do, and to understand that reconciling is a reward. I do not patch things up or reach a common ground with anybody unless I want that person to continue to be a part of my human experience. Gone are the days, y'all. Gone are the days of patching things up with the devil. I don't want to be friends, Satan. I don't want to patch things up with him. I don't want to be buddy-buddy with him. That is what you're doing when you're patching up bonds or reconciling bonds where the opposite party does not like you as a person. Okay? I remember when I was in college, I'll give a brief story. I had a best friend at the time.
If you don't resonate or align with my teachings, then my content is not for you. Avoid commenting, subscribing, or interacting. Instead, go to a page where you resonate. If you comment something foul, disrespectful, or like something foul or disrespectful, you will be blocked. I will also block you if you comment any contradictory to my message. I don't post for your agreement, so please think about that before you run and comment, I don't agree. Think about that. It doesn't matter. I post what I am led to post. Your agreement or okay was never needed. I don't need your permission. Let's get into it.
Where every 4 months we were always getting in some type of argument. And one of my other friends in the group, she used to say, don't you find it odd that you and her are always at odds every 3 months? And my friend at the time, she said, me and you never fight. She's like, because Mel, I love you. And you love me. We don't do things to piss each other off. I don't provoke you. You don't provoke me. I don't do shady things to you. You don't do shady things to me. So how come we're always good? We never get into fights. We may get into misunderstandings. We talk about it. We hug it out because we love each other. And then we go and get ice cream and it's all good. But have you noticed that you and her, it's like every 3 months it's something new? Isn't that exhausting for you? Mind you, I was 18 at the time. My friend told me that. She's like, that's not exhausting for you because the way that I see it is maybe this friendship has to just come to an end. And then when I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I sat there and I wrote down every single falling out and back and forth me and this friend had. And I came to the conclusion she was always the initiator. Always. It was always something she did. It's a constant. She was always the initiator. Okay? And that's the whole frenemy thing. When women are frenemies with you and they secretly don't like you, right? You'll notice that they were always the initiator of the bad blood and falling out you guys had. It's always something they did. Always. and you were willing to sit with them, patch it up, move forward, they do something again. Sit with them, patch it up, move forward, they do something again. Sit with them, patch it up, move forward, they do something again. Sit with them, patch it up, have a kumbaya session, hug it out, they do something again. Doesn't that tell you that this is someone that you shouldn't be reconciling with? I beg your pardon. Doesn't that tell you? Listen to what I'm saying. Don't you think you're wasting your time by reconciling with that person? Because no one who loves you is going to initiate some malicious thing with you. And that's the thing with humans. They want to be able to get away with these things. They don't want you, like, humans are scared of people who know human behavior. When people start to hear me speak about human behavior in person, you could see their eyebrow go up because they're like, oh, I'm not going to get away with nothing with this girl. This one, I'm on thin ice with her because she knows too much. She knows the behaviors of humans and she knows it well. And this is the type of woman where if I even think for a second that I'm going to do something crazy, I'm going to get cut. I could see people's eyebrows go up when they hear me talk because they know they're not going to get away with anything. They will not get away with it, and they know that. And because of that, they even behave with people that they know are close to me because they know I'm going to put that person on game and they won't be around for long. They know that. If she is cool with Mel, if he has a cool business relationship with Mel, if I do something, I'm going to get cut out of the deal because she's too smart and she's going to let the people around her know when someone has some type of vendetta. People will fear you in life when you can see through them. But a lot of humans have this rebellious spirit attached to them. So they're still going to test you anyways. Like, I have people that have been on my platform for years and they're still testing me. Like, they'll still try and test me and do a miniature disrespect and see, like, ma'am, I'm not a cosplayer. I'm not going to have hundreds of videos on respect and boundaries and for you to think that I don't practice what I preach. Right? So, you gotta understand that before you decide to reinvite someone into your life after an issue happens, find out the root cause to why they did what they did. I had somebody very close to me that people were acting strange towards her and her family. And then it comes out that one of her family members accused her of sleeping with their husband. I said, okay, so hold on a minute. So did you and this family member ever have any issues? This person said no. I said, did you ever sleep with this person's husband? She said, absolutely not. Are you crazy? I said, okay. So she just got up one day. She woke up from her bed and she just decided to spread this rumor about you. Cut her off. She's done for. She's done. It's over. There's nothing to speak on. If you go and sit down and have a conversation with her and patch it up and she stabs you in the back again, don't call me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to give you advice on it. I'm tired of babysitting people. Listen, I already told you what to do. No one in their right mind that loves you is going to get up and accuse you of something that disgusting. That is a person who has had an issue with you for a long time. And they're like, I'm going to say something that is so extreme to make sure I bring her down. Now, if you decide, because she's going to start crying, a lot of women are highly narcissistic. I already talk about women and their narcissism and their psychotic episodes. She's going to, once you cut her off, if you do, she's going to come to your front door crying and playing victim and begging you to patch it up. That's the female narcissism that I'm talking about. I promise you, she's going to pull up on you. If you let her in and you let her manipulate you and you let her back in your life again, she's going to do it again, if not worse. Because why did she do that to begin with? And that's what I want you guys to do, is you guys have to, when people do these wild things, to show them, even though you're never going to reconcile with them, because you shouldn't, because they've showed themselves, you shouldn't, right? You should ask them, just to kind of show them that you're onto them, ask them, can you explain to me why you did that? That's when they're really going to feel cornered. Could you, because did we have an issue that I wasn't aware of? Did something happen? Because I'm not going to patch things up with you until I get a reason as to why this action was done. And that's the thing, when you're dealing with people, it's going to feel like you're parenting them, because people have these behaviors that are so childlike, that are so immature. People have these behaviors that are so just immature, even at their big ages, that you're going to feel like you're talking to people like they're children a lot. That's why a lot of times people tell me, oh, Mel, you're very dismissive, or they'll think I'm condescending. It's because I have matured because I chose to. So there are certain things that people do. It's like, you're a child, and I'm going to start addressing you as one, because your mind is still in grade school. This is not adult-like behavior. Adults don't behave in that way. And when I see people at their big ages, I'm like, how old are you again? And that's when I pull the age card. I do. I take it there. I ask them about their age, because with your age, there's a certain level of maturity you should have. And if you don't have it, that means that you haven't been working on yourself. There's no reason why an adult woman with kids and grandkids should get up and pull a random lie like that. That is for children. That is not for adults. But the thing is, people don't require people to grow up. Right? People allow people to have these childlike behaviors and still be connected to them. I require adult-like minded people in my spaces. I don't deal with kid adults, adult babies. I don't deal with those. I deal with fully formed, fully grown, mentally matured, mentally ascended adults. I don't deal with child adults, with baby adults. I don't deal with those, because you haven't done the work mentally. You're stunted in many different areas, and you don't really know. People like that are going to have a hard time with holding healthy bonds because they don't have the maturity to do so, right? Reconciliation is a reward. Reconciliation is a reward. Many times in my life, I have been called the villain, which is good, right? Because if I'm the villain, that means I'm doing something right? When it comes to human nature, when humans call you a villain, that means you're doing something right. That means that they can't get over on you, right? People are usually drawn to people that they can get over on, people they can use, people they can take advantage of, people they can disrespect freely, people that they can use as a whipping board. Those are humans' favorite, right? Because most humans are selfish by nature. The only time someone is going to start to become a better person is if they ascend, if they take the narrow path that God tells us about, and if you actually put the effort into being a good person, and you push yourself to be better as an individual and to treat people better. That's why for me, because I treat people with such respect, even a sprinkle of disrespect will get you cut when it comes to me. It'll get you cut out of my life, even if it's small, because I treat people the way I want to be treated, and I give people full respect. And the minute you come to me and it's getting disrespectful, I will get you out of my way, because what I give, I must receive. I only do reciprocity in life. I don't believe in giving people what they cannot give me, because that is a bad deal. I don't believe in that teaching is going to destroy your human experience. I don't believe in that. What I give you, if I give you loyalty, it's required for you to give it back. If you can't, I'm losing in the game, right? So The reason why I say reconciliation is a reward, and sometimes I would get called a villain because I didn't want to reconcile with a particular person, is because I'm going to assess what happened and I'm going to assess what the individual did to me, right? And when I assess what the individual did, I'm going to ask myself, was this a misunderstanding on both ends, or was this person genuinely coming at me with malicious intent? If I come to the conclusion that your action was malicious, and that's my finding, and that's my conclusion, that your intentions were malicious, there is no reconciliation for you. Meaning, you can beg, you can plead, you can send me flowers in the mail, you can send me cards, you can send me texts, you could do whatever you need to do, purchase things, whatever it is. Unfortunately, it's never going to work. It's not going to change my decision, because when you love somebody and you appreciate someone, learn this, you guys. When you love and appreciate somebody and somebody's special to you or an important part of your life, you don't develop malicious thoughts towards that person. Think about the most important people in your life right now. Do you ever just get up one day and you're like, you know what? I'm going to call this person and I'm going to provoke them. I'm going to spread lies about this person. I am going to steal from this person, right? I am going to triangulate this person with other people. Do you ever, and ask yourself, put it in the comments, do you ever have those thoughts about people that you know you love? Do those thoughts come to your mind when you think about your grandma? Do you think, you know what, I'm going to do something to provoke my grandma? When I see grandma on Saturday, I'm purposefully going to bring up this painful experience she had in her youth. And I'm going to purposefully bring it up when we all go out for family dinner to provoke my grandma. Would you do that? Most likely you would never even think of that. That's your grandma. You love her. That's your Nana. Why would you even think that thought? Why would you even do that? You would never even, the thought wouldn't even come to your mind. The thought would not even register. And if a negative thought comes about someone you love, you're going to check it and be like, you know what? I'm not going to bring that up because that's probably going to make them feel some type of way. I'm going to just keep quiet about it. It's people who have secret agendas that are negative towards other people and refuse to leave the person's life that think those thoughts and act on them. Right? I had a family member one time that said, oh, well, we can't meet up and just talk it out. We can't. I said, no, I don't think that's necessary. And they said, why? I said, because I only talk things through with people that I want to remain in my life. If I come to the conclusion that what you did was you just came after me for no reason, I don't really see, that tells me everything I need to know. You know, you initiated this problem with me. We didn't have a problem. You just got up one day and decided, I'm going to go after Mel. That was something you decided because you have internal feelings towards me that are negative, that you're trying to hide it. And you can't hide it because your actions are telling me otherwise. That's the thing. So I have come to the conclusion that you do have a disdain for me, and I prefer to have people in my life who love me. I don't want people in my life who don't like me. And I'm allowed to reject you. You know that, right? You know that you're not entitled to me, right? And that is the part that really stings people, is when you have to remind them that you are your keeper, meaning you get to accept and reject people at your own free will. People don't like that. They don't like your free will. Most of the battles, people that are battling you, they're battling your free will. They hate the fact that you can reject them. They don't like that because they're attracted to your light while simultaneously wanting to punish you for it. So you are now not giving them the opportunity to, one, absorb the light, and two, you're not giving them the opportunity to break you down and beat you down for it. So they see it as you are stripping an opportunity from them. Right? Like I always have to remind people, I hate to tell you this. I know it's not common, but I love my life and I'm going to create the best life for myself that I can. God is the primary creator of my life. I am the second person. My decisions affect my life because I do have free will. And I hate to break it to you, but yeah, I do pick and choose who gets to be in my life. I do. And I know that bothers you because you want that unlimited access to me that you don't have the right to do that, right? That's why I have such strict guidelines with my channel, with my brand, with everything. I'm a very strict person because I know that people by design are entitled. People by design are never conscious of the other person and how they affect them. It's all about them. I'm aware of that. So I have specific guidelines intact to protect myself from human nature. So reconciliation is a reward. You know, when you decide, there are some people, I hate to say with you guys, if you didn't reconcile with that person, they would have never been able to pull the stunt that they pulled. It's because you reconciled with them. So they were able to get a better footing and to do more stuff to you, right? So I really think that reconciliation is 100% a reward. I don't have in-depth dialogue, back and forth conversations with anybody that I don't see being in my life for a long time. I think that I'm a very good assessor of character. I will only open up the can of worms of a conversation with someone if I actually want our bond in my life to continue. I believe that when certain people do malicious things to you, it is intentional. And once you realize that somebody is getting up and deciding to be malicious to you, why are you trying to talk it out with that person again? No one who likes you is going to have malicious intent for you, my dear. It's what I've learned about a lot of humans is people have a very high level of naivete. People are very naive. What person that likes you is going to do something malicious to you? Can you please explain that to me? What feelings do someone have to have towards you to do something malicious? That person has to have a disdain of you. That person has to have a dislike of you. That person has to have a hidden animosity towards you, a secret jealousy towards you. I don't get up and think about a malicious action to do towards somebody I love. I don't have those thoughts towards people who are important to me. Those thoughts don't come to my mind. Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to send this text. I'm going to do this. I'm going to call her to provoke her. I don't have those type of thoughts with people who are important to me. If I know that I love someone and they're important to me, I don't have a thought of, I'm going to provoke this person or I'm going to ambush. Those thoughts come from people who don't like you. So why am I going to sit down and have a conversation with somebody who has it out for me? That serves me no justice. I think the problem is people have a hard time reading people. It's either people don't know how to read people, or people are just stuck in their naivete, or people have a suffering addiction. Because if a stove is hot, why am I gonna go put my hand on it? If I see the red spot in the stove and I know if I touch it, the palms of my hand is gonna get burned, why would I touch it? That sounds very ignorant, right? Don't you think it's ignorant for you to be trying to patch things up with a person that intentionally did something malicious to you? You don't think that's, like, from the outside looking in, judging from a non-emotional standpoint, don't you think that's ignorant? No, seriously, think about it. Because use yourself as an example. Think about the people in your life that are very important to you. right? Whoever comes to mind as I'm talking. Think about people who are highly important to you. This could be your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your parent, your sister, your brother, your best friend, your grandma. Are you going to get up and do something malicious to your grandma? No, you love your grandma. You love grandpa. Why would you? Those thoughts are not going to come in your mind. Those thoughts will not form in your psyche. People who do malicious things to people, they don't like that person. It's not normal to think those thoughts. You see, that is why I don't allow people, it's very hard for somebody to get a pass with me, because I know humans are intentional about everything that they do. Nothing that they do is by mistake as far as malicious intent. Okay? So if somebody gets up one day and they start to spread rumors about you, right? And this is somebody that you're supposed to have a healthy, wonderful bond with. Why would you talk it out with that person? Hey, I wanted to talk with you and I wanted to find out why you started spreading this rumor. And you know you've never done anything to this person ever. I want to talk about why you wouldn't catch me on my last breath having that ignorant conversation with a human, because it's ignorant. This person got up and decided to start spreading lies about me. They just dug a hole for themselves in regards to me. They're buried to me mentally, because that is my sign that you don't like me. So what am I going to sit down and talk to you about? I think that a lot of people, I hate to say it, a lot of people have a deep-rooted suffering addiction that they're not aware that they have. A lot of people are addicted to the negative. You're secretly addicted to, as a person, you are secretly addicted to pain. You like it. You don't realize it because nobody has ever told you. You are addicted to pain. You are, because you keep people in your life that stab you in the back. You just keep them there. And you know they're going to do it again because they've done it 5 times. But internally, you are addicted to pain, which may signal that you're probably a narcissist and you don't realize it. Narcissists love people who treat them bad and hate people who treat them good. So anytime I encounter somebody that has a history, you're constantly keeping demonic people in your life, I tell you you should go and get checked to see if you should go get checked for narcissism. Because narcissists love people who treat them bad and hate people who treat them good. That's why if you have a narcissistic parent, they love the child that doesn't care about them and they abuse the child that does. Narcissists are addicted to pain. So when I encounter a man or a woman that you're repeatedly having cycles of people that treat you bad in your life, it's 2 things. It's either you're a narcissist and you don't realize it, or you have not been trained to step away from abusers. But if you're getting the training, meaning you keep up with my content, then every abusive person and every person in your life that secretly doesn't like you, they're going to drop like flies. You're not going to deal with them anymore because you're getting the knowledge, right? So you getting the knowledge and applying it is my signal that, okay, you're not a narcissist then. You're not addicted to pain. Because now you're taking the lessons and you're like, wow, I'm listening to what Mel is saying. This is great. This is good. I'm applying it. I'm getting away from these bad people. Now I know better. Now I know that that's not love. The way that I was being treated, that's not love. Now that I'm aware of Mel's teachings, I've been applying it and life has never been better. It's people that stay. You get the knowledge. I already told you that that's not your friend, but you still keep calling me and asking about it months later. You are addicted to pain. You need to go seek therapy. I can't help you anymore because there's something in you that likes being treated badly. And even when someone tells you, this person is treating you badly and they will continue to, I think it's a good idea to cut ties and you stay. I don't want to talk about it again. You are addicted to pain. Which means you may be a narcissist. Every narcissistic girlfriend I've had in the past, I was the good friend and I would get looked over and she would pick up the trash friends. And then she would come and complain to me about what they did to her. Meanwhile, I'm treating her with honor and respect, but I get invited less. So when I start to see those trends in women, I'm like, she's a female narcissist. I'm going to get away from her. She's addicted to pain. She likes it when people treat her bad. She loves it when people hurt her. It feels good to her. That's why she keeps running back to the trash man, because you like pain. I don't want to be attached or connected to somebody like that. And, as you get older, wiser, you start to see people for who they really are. I'm finally at that point in my life where, I see people for who they are, and it's just, I can't really not see people for who they are. And I realize that, yes, you are addicted to being treated badly. Yeah. You're addicted to pain. You're addicted to being treated badly. You are addicted to being harmed. You're addicted to that. Yes. And you like it. And there's something in you that you like it. And good luck with that. Because if you truly think about the psychology, think about it, you guys, really think about this. Have you ever got up one day and started thinking demonic thoughts towards someone you love? Think about what I'm saying, someone you like. Have you ever got up one day and said, you know what? I'm going to start problems with my aunt, right? I'm going to just start problems with her. What normal person does that? That person doesn't like you. And if you don't get them out of your life, it's only going to get worse. The amount of times I've told people, you don't like me. Why are you trying to jam yourself in my face? I don't allow people to do that, right? I've told people, I train people, I coach people on boundaries. So what makes you think that that's what I do with 80% of my time? What would make you think that I would allow you to stick around knowing that you don't like me? Those are those cluster B personality people that think that everybody's playing the game that they're playing, right? So I do not sit down and have any for me to sit down on a table with you and talk something out, that means you're highly important to me. And I know that there was a misunderstanding, and I know you didn't have any type of malicious intent. I don't sit down on tables with people that do malicious things to me, because that means that I'm going to keep you in my life. There are many people where once they do the malicious deed, I'm like, oh, okay. And then I block them immediately on everything. And I just move on and they never hear from me again. Because that action showed me that you don't like me. The proof is in the pudding. That was an intentional offense. You intentionally tried me. But people get shocked because most people don't have boundaries themselves. So when I do that, they're like, whoa, I didn't expect her to cut me off like that. I didn't expect her to just cut me off and leave me high and dry. I didn't expect Mel to completely just dismiss me like that. That was not my expectation. No, you expected me to keep you around so you can keep inflicting pain on me, because you keep people around you who keep inflicting pain on you. People get shocked when I reject them when they try it, right? Because again, I don't care if you're a client online, a customer online, somebody in my personal life. If you try it and I come to a realization that you don't like me, but you're trying to align yourself with me, you will not get services from me. No, you won't. You will not get access from me. No, you won't. Because if I was to entertain that would make me a cosplayer. I can't be online talking about this stuff and allowing people to get away with it online or in my real life. That would make me a clown. It's like those women that go online and say, oh, don't allow men to play games with you. Know your power as a woman. Know your power. Don't allow men to play games with you. You are a queen. And then a week later, they're online getting dogged out by a man. Yeah, that's a cosplayer. I'm not a cosplayer. I don't do stuff like that. I practice what I preach. Right? So just think about that. Before you sit down and reconcile with someone, ask yourself, why? You have to be willing to weaponize your masculinity as a woman. Masculinity is not bad. Masculine energy is not bad. I don't know why people keep saying that. Masculine energy is the ability to reach a goal. Masculinity is what? Goal-oriented, structurally, orderly, being able to show up on time's precision, logic, rationality. Nothing about that is bad. So with the October spooky season coming around and holiday season, make sure you guys are okay being the villain. Yes, villainhood is a real thing, and that's what this class is going to talk about. We are going to speak on the characteristic traits and approaches you have to take when you are no longer living your life to be accepted and validated by people while accepting their bad behavior. Sometimes being the protector in your book looks like being a villain in another person's book. It's all a psychological mind game. If you don't choose yourself, if you don't choose your happiness, if you are not unapologetically you and winning without feeling apologetic about it, guess what? People are going to view you as a villain. But if you already walk in villainhood, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is going to be a good class, especially in conjunction with weaponizing your masculinity. You have to get comfortable with being viewed as a villain. You need a strong mental mind to accept people villainizing you because you are being and doing your best.